Hello and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be reviewing Pompey's last night's game where they put Wimbledon 4-0 to the sword. I'm going to be looking at other League One results from last night. Some breaking news just in, Socrates has just left Arsenal. That's nothing to do with this video though, thought I'd let you know if you didn't already. But without further ado, we'll get into it, and I've just two words to say: class win. Now, as much as people will say, well, we should be beating teams like Wimbledon, in previous seasons we would lose to teams like that, and that's what gives me more confidence. In previous seasons we'd beat teams like Hull, but then we'd go and lose to the bottom of the league, or we'd go and lose to teams that are trying to get out of the relegation zone. This season it doesn't look like that's going to happen. We're beating teams like Wimbledon, but we've also beaten teams like Hull, beating teams like Fleetwood, who are getting there and thereabouts. I think all of the four goals were very well taken, very good goals. The two, especially first and third goals, brilliant deliveries from the right hand side. One by Johnson, one by Jacobs. Good header from Raggett. Brilliant finish by Williams, and close for the second and fourth. All round, very, very good, very promising. But we knew what we wanted to do from that game, is my underlying feeling. We knew how we wanted to get into it. We didn't want to give them anything. We kept them under pressure. We kept having chances. We kept finishing those chances off. Harvey White, he obviously got his appearance yesterday in the 70th minute of the game. He looked good. I think he's been a bit of what we've been missing slightly. Obviously we haven't really been missing much, but I think Harvey White gives us a bit of extra, because you have Tom Naylor right-footed and then Harvey White left-footed. You can pass it to each other. He can curl one out the left, he can ping one over, whereas Cannon's got to kind of get on his right foot to do anything, and he's a bit weaker on his left side. That's definitely a good addition. He looked good. He looked like he wanted it. He was tenacious in the tackle. He knew exactly what he wanted to do whenever he was near people. Williams had another great performance. People will slate him as much as they want, but it's undoubted that he's brilliant at the moment. He may not be getting goals and assists as much as we'd like, but he's setting chances up. He's doing stuff for Marquis. He got an assist and a goal yesterday. The first two goals yesterday, it was a Marquis assist, a Williams assist, and a Williams goal and a Marquis goal. They're both setting each other up, both scoring now, which is great. Obviously, Marquis as well, I'm just talking about 2 goals in his last 2 games, as well as getting an assist. Brilliant for his confidence. It's good to see him getting goals again. He's now the 3rd top scorer in the league, or joint 2nd, however you want to put it, because there's Clark Harris and Jeffcott atop on 13th, then there's Marquis on 11, which is great. Will he hit 20 goals, does everyone reckon? I think he will, personally, if he keeps it going. But the 4-0 win fires us to 3rd in the table, And then, if you want to look even positive, we win our next 3, we're top of the league. And if you didn't know why, that's because those 3 aren't easy games. That's because we have Hull at home, Lincoln at home, and Charlton away. Now, Hull, I reckon we could draw against them if we can beat Lincoln and Charlton. You avoid defeat to Hull, it's a very good result, because they can't get any further ahead of us. We still have that game in hand to go ahead of them anyway. I think our main threat's to win a Lincoln. Because Lincoln, as much as they will drop, probably, but Luton didn't. Wickham did, but they went up. So, but normally as well, you have a runaway leader. We don't this season. We're nearly halfway through the season and there's not one team I'd say will win the league. You look at the table at the minute, I will put it on the screen. You've got Hull in 1st on 42 points, Lincoln in 2nd on 42 points, Pompey in 3rd on 41 points, Doncaster in 4th on 39 points, Peterborough on 39 as well. Then there's a bit of a drop to Charlton on 36, but even then there's only 6 points to 11th, which is mental. But Lincoln and Pompey have a game in hand on Hull, which could put Pompey top if they can beat Lincoln, which is big. Obviously, Doncaster, if they win theirs, they're top of the league. They've got 2 on Hull, 1 on us. Win their games in hand, they're top of the league by a couple of points, which means we do have to beat them. It's not even a case of avoiding defeat to Doncaster, I don't think. I think we do need to beat them, honestly. Accrington now can't catch us. They lost to Hull last night. So they do have 2 games in hand on us still, which they could close the gap to 2 points, but they can't go ahead of us. But the main positive I've taken from last night is we regained our status as the top scorers in the league, but we also, because Sunderland conceded, we're now the best defence in the league. We've conceded 15 goals in 21 games, which is big. Obviously, I mentioned Sunderland. We're going to yesterday's games in League One now overall. Hull had Accrington at the cake on. Big game. Hull beat them by 3 goals to 0. Good result for Hull, not so good for Accrington. Then Peterborough played Charlton at London Road. Peterborough got a 2-1 win in that one from behind. Blackpool v Northampton was then called off, but that meant Crewe versus Bristol Rovers went ahead anyway. Don't know why they have a correlation, but Crewe versus Bristol Rovers went ahead. Crewe beat Bristol Rovers 3-2. I think Crewe had a 2-0 lead. Bristol Rovers pulled it back to 2-2 and then Crewe finished them off. Obviously, Crewe have left their captain Perry Ng go. I've probably pronounced that wrong. But they've let their captain go to Cardiff. I don't know whether that's good for them, got some money in, or whether they'd rather have kept him. Doncaster, after the loss of their captain as well, they beat Rochdale 1-0 at the Keep Moat, another big game. Lincoln called off against Gillingham last night. MK Dons, another lowly side, beat Fleetwood 3-1 at Stadium MK. Fleetwood, another team, they're dropping now. They need to sort their stuff out or they're going to end up down there. I know they're only 12th, 13th at the moment, but still, I think they're 12th. But still, if they keep losing, they're not going to be far off it. Obviously, Pompey then beaten Wimbledon 4-0 at the final game of the night. It was at the Stadium of Light, where Sunderland lost 2-1 to Plymouth. Now Plymouth, they're also getting a few goals in now with Luke Jeffcott. I don't think he scored yesterday, but they're doing well. And as much as I don't want to admit that, they're doing well. I know they're down there a bit now. I think they currently sit 11th, but they've got above Fleetwood, which would be big for them. I mean, Pompey's home form now after yesterday's win, we're 8th in terms of home form. Played 11, won 5, drawn 3, lost 3, 18 points. Not too bad. Peterborough have the best home form in the league, though. I think we still have to play them away, which is going to be a massive game when it comes to it. Pompey 3rd in the table, positive. I've got something to say though, that this season there's one underlying reason I think that we're more positive now than we've ever been before. That's because this team seems to know each other well, seems to get along well, seems to know exactly what they want. They know exactly what it is, and exactly where they want the ball, they know exactly how they operate, they know how they want everyone else to be, and they work as a unit. Ultimately, in previous seasons, you'd always have 1 or 2 players that just wouldn't care. This season, everyone seems to be grafting to get up, to go for the title, to go for promotion, and they want it. It looks like they actually want promotion more than they ever have done before, and I think everyone will agree with me watching this video. This Pompey team want it. Now, credit to Wimbledon where it's due. They had some chances. We dealt with them. Our defence, once again, they had a couple of good balls from O'Neill at the right back. They had some good balls from the left side as well. But we shut out Luke Jeffcott, which isn't easy to do. Obviously, with 10 goals and 4 assists, we shut him out easily, and that's not an easy thing to do. To show us just getting him out of the game was brilliant. But Lewis has chipped in. He sent me a message. He said, "Nice convincing 4-0 win against a struggling Wimbledon. The first half wasn't a 3-0 in my opinion. The second half, Wimbledon got into the game a bit more, creating chances, but our defence was solid. It was also nice seeing Harvey White making his Pompey debut, as he sounds like a promising signing. Good to have Marcus back in form with 2-2, now onto 2 tough games with Hull up first." Obviously, Marcus back in form, he says. He thinks Harvey White's promising. Obviously, he is. Obviously, he's also said, I'm saying obviously a lot, but he said 3-0 wasn't deserved in the first half. I'd have to agree with him there. Obviously, I watched the game last night because it was free, but we didn't look like we should be 3-0 up at half time. We looked like it could have been 1 or 2. Yeah, we deserved to win. Yeah, we deserved to be leading at half time, but was it a 2-0? Was it a 2-3-0? Possibly not. I don't think we deserved to be that many goals up, but the first half it was 2 teams that weren't playing well, we just bettered them. Second half we came out 3-0 up, we knew what we wanted to do and we did it. Now that's where this video is going to end. I know it's only a quick one, but there's not much to talk about today. Obviously there's another thing that's come out yesterday about Charlie Daniels could be joining Pompey. Can we get 15 likes on this video? I know it's a tough ask, but we're going to see, and I will see you tomorrow.